Friends and family, how we doing today? Look, I know it's been a very long time. Welcome back to The Truth. I think this is the third episode. Now, first and foremost, it's been like 4 or 5 months since we uploaded. I know as soon as y'all see two people y'all don't know on the screen, y'all gonna say, where's Jay? Jay is still here. Jay is still in the picture. Jay is still a part of this program. Due to scheduling, we have decided to add two legends to the show. We're gonna be in
what's
rotation.
going on? What's you alright?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, how you gonna fuck my shit up when I'm trying to introduce two great people
Thank
to
God
the
to say
damn?
live. God damn.
You know what I'm saying? So,
You call me a legend, nigga. I'll take it.
well, we're just gonna get right to it. Now the man with the Yankees hoodie, he is a recording artist. He is a new content creator to the scene. See the
I like
screen
that. I like
behind him.
that title. I like that
See the
title.
Legend Blues behind him. He is a friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for the last 5 years. Met him through Dre. Shout out Scoobert. Where you been? We don't know.
In fact, where have you been?
But the man, the myth, the legend, babyface Chris. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. What y'all doing? I'm saying
Instagram is babyface_Chris with 3 S's.
Yes,
you know,
sir,
he
yes,
gonna handle that, show y'all. And then next to him, the tat man himself, the man who tats NBA players. He tats your girl, the girl after that, the guy after that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend. Matt, how you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. And now Matt's, I gotta add the socials. Matt's Instagram is Painted People Art Studio. I need y'all to check him out.
So follow that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a guy. He tattooed me, you know what I'm saying? I only hang out with greatness, so we're gonna get right to the show.
Appreciate that.
Like I said, in the beginning, this was a me and Jay show, and we went MIA for 4 or 5 months. It's not that we don't want to do this show, but let me tell y'all something. Scheduling is a mofo. I'ma just, we tell nothing but the truth. So just getting into my schedule, there's a fucking feather blowing in my face. All right, so we're just gonna get to it. I am currently, a social media manager, and then I come home and make my 2K content, right? We're looking at 9 to 8s, so 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., right? Jay has he's a coach, he does a lot. He makes his own content, so it's really hard for us to kind of get together and record. So to keep up with the consistent, we decided to add, like I said, 2 legends to the show. Jay is still a part of the show, and he will be on future episodes. Now, with that being out the way, we're just going to get right to it. We tell nothing but the truth, like I say. Let's get and today is the NBA Cup. This is the finals, right? This is the finals, y'all. Now, I think out of all 3 of us right here, I think Matt watches the most NBA currently. So, Matt, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the NBA Cup, and who do you have winning tonight and why?
All right. So, my thoughts on the NBA Cup are like, I like it because they're playing for something right now. And you can see it. You can see it when they're playing for something. You can see that there's something bigger than just a W. I wasn't feeling it last year at first, like, because I didn't really understand it. But then when you see when you see guys winning, that their contract or their salary they sit at the end of the bench might only be $500,000. And for those that don't know, that's really the prize. The cup is cool, but it all boils down to money. Each player on the team gets $500,000. I watch these dudes. I watch them play for $100. So to watch them pay for $500,000, you could kind of see the effort. And you can kind of see the vets playing a little harder. With $500,000 is money, but it's not really money to them. But the younger guys, it kind of is. So with that being said, as far as predictions go, I really don't know. I like both teams. Giannis is going crazy right now. And I want to see the Bucks win. Shout out Chris Livingston. That's one of my clients, one of my friends, and more so than a client. That's somebody I could call his phone and he'll pick up and ask me how I'm doing and stuff. So shout out to him. I hope he wins because I just want to send him that text like, "What you doing with your 500K?" You know what I'm saying? So that's really. But OKC is also very young. They're very polished. They're very defensive team. The addition of Alex Caruso was huge. And Hartenstein and they're doing really well even without Chet. So that goes to say a lot. So honestly, I don't really got a prediction, but I'm gonna be biased, and I want the Bucks to win because I want to see my man get a $500,000 check. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. Kruh.
That's all
Let me
right.
hear
No,
what
no,
you gotta say.
I'll cut it off. I ain't gonna lie. You can't stop Shea. You can't stop Shea. How much he? I think he averaged like 30. He's
yeah,
averaging 30 right now, right?
I should have the stats in front of me. That's
Yeah.
on me.
Nah, I'm just watching it. It's already over anyway. This game over though. I don't know why. It's been over.
Nah,
Chris Middleton,
I definitely
shout
rock
out
with
though,
Shea.
but
I like Shea a lot. I like Shea because he's a true underdog. And he's a true testament that systems are what make basketball players.
that's a
More
fact.
than anything, because you could be a great player in the wrong system, and nobody will ever really know your true potential. And I think Shea is a perfect example of that because I think had he stood with the Clippers, he wouldn't have become, who he is today. He would have showed glimpses of it, absolutely, but superstar MVP caliber, I don't think that happens on the Clippers with those guys. So I think the best thing that happened to him was to go to a team like OKC that was rebuilding and willing to rebuild around him. Giving him more touches and kind of like giving him his full potential, really. So I like Shea a lot. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have nothing bad to say about him.
Now, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm rooting for the Bucks because I'm a big Giannis guy. I feel like he gets a lot of unnecessary hate, and I'm gonna be honest. His motor and engine, bro, you can't stop him coming
because he's just
downhill.
R2 squared. That's why. That's all he do. That's all he do.
But with that being said, though, from the games I have seen, he's starting to develop as a true basketball player, right?
Right.
He's able to put the ball through his legs now. He's able to set teammates up. He's not just he does majority of the time just fly down because you can't stop him, but he's setting up the offense. He's learning to pick and roll with Damian Lillard finally. It's been a lot of Giannis show, and then with the addition of Dame, he had to adjust to playing with another superstar, right? So it was a very, very slow start, and then the injuries and stuff. There's a lot of people hating on Giannis and the Bucks. I just don't get it. So and Doc Rivers. I'm not a fan of Doc Rivers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
I don't really care for him.
But yeah, man, I hope Giannis puts it together and comes out on top to shut the haters up. But with that being said, SGA is amazing. 36-5. I just saw 6'6", plays at his own pace. You can't stop him. He's not the fastest. He's not the strongest. He doesn't jump the highest. But his IQ and the way he reads and gets to his spots, you can't teach that type of shit. So it's just like it's amazing to watch. And he a year older than me, so it's like it just puts shit in perspective. Like I'm ass. Like them niggas is really nice, bro. I get it. No, I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. So we got Bucks, OKC, Bucks. We'll see. Y'all don't know, chat. We placed a $3,000 bet off camera, so Chris probably gonna have to pay us later. But we're gonna get into the next thing.
Okay, see it. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I gotta put y'all on to what transpired yesterday. I didn't get to speak to y'all yesterday. I was leaving my job, my social media manager job, and I was going on TikTok. I'm on my phone a lot. Doing my job, right? I gotta be on social media all fucking day. So, with that being said, I opened up TikTok, the For You page, a live pops up. Now this live, it was a kid, little Spanish kid. He had a flannel on. He looked like a Rico. The shit said 20th greatest guards of all time. Right? He had Gary Payton above Russell Westbrook.
I'm cool.
Y'all don't want to hear my Russell Westbrook take, but go ahead.
I'm cool.
Hold on. I apologize. I
gotta
pull up.
This gives me the platform to talk about Russ the way I want to talk about Russ.
I'm gonna push. So look, I'm gonna read y'all the list in order, and then I'm gonna get to the story. We have Michael at number 1, Magic at number 2. These are guards. Kobe at number 3, Steph at number 4, Jerry West at number 5, Oscar Robertson at number 6.
Hey, man.
Dwayne Wade at number 7.
Hold on.
Look how they do my mans. Look how they do my mans.
This was a chat GPT or this was a kid?
Nah, he was.
It's a dumbass. That's who it is.
Okay. All right. Got you. Edgar. It was Edgar.
Just look at him. Just
Edgar.
Look.
That's J. Cole, nigga.
And I don't. That's wild. That's a Mexican ass J. Cole. I love Mexicans. This is the truth. We just, you know what I'm saying. All right, let me.
Edgar.
So we got Dwayne Wade at 7, James Harden at 8, Chris Paul at 9, Pistons Isaiah Thomas at 10, Nash at 11, Kidd at 12, Bob Cousy 13, Gary Payton 14, Luka Doncic 15, Allen Iverson 16,
Wow.
Clyde Drexler 17. I can't see who this is. Somebody 18. I think George Gervin 18. 19 Russell Westbrook. And then 20 if I can't see his block.
Okay. George Gervin,
Now,
the Iceman, was a small forward.
right, so that's neither here nor there. What I'm getting at is this. The list is skewed, right? Well, everybody has their own opinion. It is what it is. But he was live. And live on TikTok, I found out you can add people to the live, like Instagram live. I didn't know this. So you can add. So he's adding people from the chat to debate him about his shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some decent stat facts he brought up. They came at his Big O take. Big O was averaging like 30, 10, and 10. He backed up like a lot of, to a decent extent, because people were asking him. The main question was, where's Kyrie Irving? And that's all people were saying in the chat. But you got to remember, TikTok is predominantly a lot of younger kids, especially with basketball, right? So kids was joining this shit, not really saying nothing. They were just trolling a lot. But every person who joined, he was being very rude. They would join and he'd be like, what do you want? What do you have to say? Rolling his eyes. Everyone who talked, he would just roll his eyes, put his hand over his face, whatever. So that was that list. I'm leaving work. I get in my car. He pulls up another list. The second list was greatest offensive players in NBA history. Long story short, he had Steve Nash over Kevin Durant. I'm going to say that one more time. I'm going to say it one more time. And he had his boy with him. Like, he added his boy, and they were, like, talking to another person who would join. So they were, like, the two hosts. Little bitches. Two hosts, and then they would add somebody from the chat. Right? And, like, it was the same thing. He was just making faces. He was just real nasty with the audience, and I didn't appreciate that. He had Steve Nash over KD as greatest offensive players of all time. I think KD was 12th. Nash was like 8th of all time. I get it. Nash MVPs, the assists. I get it, but slow the fuck down, right? So I decided to join. And I saw people in the comments like, yo, I've been waiting for an hour. I requested, hands up to God. He accepted that shit in 30 seconds. I don't know if based on your following it puts you above certain people. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined. I'm driving, and I'm like, what's your criteria for greatest offensive players of all time? Because Melo wasn't on the list.
I was just about to say that.
I don't think Melo was on the list or T-Mac was on the list. I don't know about the T-Mac. And Kobe was like 15th. So I asked the criteria, and he's talking about offense isn't just scoring. Offense is what you bring, your offensive value to a team as a whole, your ability to play make, pass the ball, something else, score. But there's only so much to offense. First of all, playmaking and passing are one and the same. In order to play make, you need to pass the ball. Right? Am I missing something?
Nah, you straight.
So when we look at the totality of offense, bottom line is you putting the ball in the bucket.
Right? Facts. That's what I think.
When you hear, this is the part that when people just want to say different shit to sound different, clicks or whatever. When you hear offense, Nash and KD, you're gonna say KD. So I asked him, Nash, great playmaker, but when you look at their offensive efficiency as players, it's Kevin Durant hands down. I'm making my case. As I'm making my case and I'm breaking down the way KD scores, the multiple ways he scores, I'm breaking down left foot, right foot, wing corner, catch it off the screen, coming off. He scores in every way possible. ISO, left shoulder, right shoulder, it don't matter. You can't stop KD. 27 points per game, shooting 50% from the field for a career of 17 seasons. Nash ain't fucking touching that. Not to take away from Nash, but offensive of all time, it's not even close. So he's trying to break down the Suns being number one offense in the league, saying that's all Nash, all Nash. Mind you, Amari Stoudemire was averaging what? I think I read like 25 something. Sean Marion was hooping. They was running that. Matt, you know what I'm talking about? The 7-second D'Antoni offense?
100%. 100%. And there you go. I'm glad you mentioned Mike D'Antoni because the Houston Rockets were number one in offensive efficiency with James Harden at the helm with D'Antoni. So you can't just say it was all Nash.
Right. So when we're looking at a player, right, just a player, if I'm starting a team and I want offense, I'm taking Kevin Durant Monday through Monday. And I said that, and he goes, oh, this ain't about starting a team. This is just of all time. And they were just shutting down what I was saying. And then we talked for about 5 minutes. We agreed to disagree. They weren't really hearing me out. He hangs up the shit relatively quick. And I peeped as I'm driving and talking, the nigga rolling his eyes, putting his hands over his face. And then his boy asked me how old I was, like if I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Come to find out, I get kicked off the live. His boy goes, yeah, he said a whole lot of nothing. That's what he said. And the nigga asked me how old I was, right? Mm-hmm. His boy, not him. And yeah, he was just rolling his eyes, shutting my shit down. Like, I don't appreciate that because, one, I'm coming to your platform, whether I have my own or not. Respect me the same way I respect you. We're talking basketball. You know, it's disrespectful. Like, it's just, it's like, Chris, you would have cursed him out.
I want to cuss right now.
No, you can't. Here, you can say whatever you want. Just don't, we talk about what not to say.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna chill then. I can't say fuck that nigga. Nah.
Oh yeah, you can say that. I'm
talking about fuck that nigga.
Yeah. But yeah, what are y'all thoughts on Nash and KD in the same sentence offensively?
Let me go first, man. Let me go first real quick. Mine's gonna be short and sweet. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all already know how I feel. I'm not disrespectful against like the older like type. But I ain't gonna lie, like, like I was talking before, right? Like, you know how I am, like, with my pops, like, he be wilding, talking about, you can't take Braun and put him in the older generation. Like, bro, how you telling me Braun won't drop 30 in the older generation? Like, what are you talking about? But, like, anyways, yeah, that's besides the point. But it's not close. You like, Nash and KD, you, like, apples and pineapples. Like, I don't even know, what do you, I don't know, bro. I don't even want to debate this. That dude pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. How about that one?
Apples to tomatoes. That's not even. They're both red, but one's a fruit and one's.
Yes, bro. Like,
I mean, you feel me?
Chris Paul was higher too.
Yeah. So I'm Chris. You finished your take on that?
Hey, I'm done. Fuck that nigga.
So, this is what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna do an all-time greatest soccer player list, and then we're gonna send it to them and let them comment on it because. Just like none of them play fucking basketball, none of us play soccer, so I'm just going to go put Thiago Silva over fucking Messi and see how the fuck they like it, right? We're going to start there, right? We're going to start there. Second of all, like I said, D'Antoni had a lot to do with that. That Suns team, period, was elite, okay? It wasn't just Nash. Yes, Nash was controlling the rock. Yes, Nash was a big deal in that, but people forget there was a lot of people upset that Kobe was snubbed those MVPs. People forget about that, right? Just because Nash won back-to-back MVPs, if you go through the numbers, Kobe should have won them. But because the Suns had a better record, were number one in the West, they kind of used that as the last little tipping point to give it to Nash back-to-back season. It should have been Kobe Bryant. Everybody knows it. And now everybody wants to say it because Kobe, unfortunately, is no longer here. So that's kind of like we snubbed Kobe because now he's not here. And that's just how life works. And that's just how people are. So fuck that. But to put Steve Nash over Kevin Durant, right? We got to say it slowly, right? And Kobe Bryant. But let's start with Kevin Durant, right? Because that's the main point of the topic. first of all, we got to break down scoring. For somebody to say break down offense, for somebody to say offense is just not about scoring, okay? Let's even dive deeper into that, where scoring is broken down into levels. We have 3 level scorers. Kevin Durant can score from everywhere on that floor. Steve Nash is not scoring from everywhere on that floor. Yes, can he set up his teammates to score everywhere from the floor? Absolutely. But I bet you if this kid had a 2K, my team, and I offered him my Steve Nash card for his Kevin Durant card, I bet you he wouldn't trade it. I bet you he'd be like, hell no, this is a KD card.
Oh,
right?
yeah. So to that brings up how I brought up who I would start my team with, right? If I want an offense, like I was saying, and his rebuttal to that was obviously as a totality, as a player as a whole, you're taking Kevin Durant. That was his
for
thing.
His defense, because that's the only totality. The other half of it is his defense. Are you taking him for his defense?
And I was like, bro, just offensively, because he's such a great scorer. People forget he has a really high IQ. This man can pass the shit out of the ball. He averages 5 assists for his career. That's not bad for a 3-4. That's not bad. He's not Braun averages 7 assists, but it's 2 under. Like,
speaking of Braun, what was Braun on that list?
Oh, he was number 1.
I was finna heat up.
Greatest offensive player of all time, which I don't agree with that. As amazing, that's a whole nother.
You alright? Everything good?
What? Listen, I'm a LeBron fan. We gonna get that across. I'm a very big LeBron fan, and everybody
that's the GOAT.
James fan. But I would debate number 1. It's kind of like
He had Braun 1 and Jordan 2 for greatest offensive players of all time.
Kobe's up there,
and you got Kobe 15.
Kobe's up there.
He was 15th.
Listen.
Yeah.
I was a Kobe hater growing up. I loved the Suns because they beat Kobe. I loved anybody that beat Kobe Bryant. That was my favorite team. I hated the Lakers. I hated to see them win. I hated everything about Kobe Bryant. As I got older and really understood basketball, Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball, period. Period. There's nothing to talk about. We're talking mentality over LeBron James. His mentality to score and be dominant is there.
LeBron he don't like that. That guy don't like that.
LeBron never had that. I'm from a LeBron fan. If you ask me who I'm giving the ball to finish a game off, I'm giving it to Kobe Bryant every day of the week. I am not giving it to LeBron. Point blank.
And his rebuttal. So he made a Kobe video. I don't want to get too off track. He made a Kobe video. I was going through his page, and what you just said, he has a problem with because he sees Kobe. I wouldn't say Kobe fans, but Kobe fans as emotional because he's no longer here. So they make these bold claims. But when you break down percentages, LeBron's more clutch.
He is. And in the
percentage-wise,
whatever it is, the last 2 minutes or whatever, I've seen the. Listen, he's going.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I just
going off ESPN stats.
No, that's great. Let's go. No, hell yeah. Let's go to 2012 All-Star Game. Tell me what the fuck happened.
No, All-Star Game.
Tell me what the fuck happened. We all know what happened. Chris, do you know what happened?
Oh, when he locked him up?
Well, he locked him up 1 and 2.
Oh, when he dunked him?
It was like a no. Well, you know what I'm saying. Shout out Kobe. But the game was on the line. LeBron has the ball to win the game. Mm-hmm. He's isoing Kobe at the top of the key to win the game. Yeah, this is documented. Y'all can go watch this shit. LeBron and Kobe 1-on-1. The nigga throws a wild ass pass. He wets the bed, throws a wild ass pass, and tries to throw it to Melo, and Blake Griffin steals it. Game over. And the game ended. Kobe, Melo, I think KD or Dwayne Wade, they all came up to him and said, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Go win the game. Like, what are you doing?" And bro, this is real. I'm not making this shit up. This is documented shit.
Play it.
So to your point, the mentality. Bro, the mentality thing, people love to bring up percentages and all that shit, but the eye test, Kobe took a lot more of those shots. He wanted to take more of those shots. 100%. Since 17 years old, he came out shooting air balls. He was just that. He just had it in him. Win, lose, or draw, he just wanted that shot. It took Bron time.
If not me, who was his mentality? If not me, who else? Who's more fit in this moment than me? I'm the most fit person for this moment. I'm taking a shot, miss or make. I'm taking a shot because I've taken a shot 1,000 times in practice. And who's more qualified to take the shot than me? It's what it comes down to.
It took Braun some years to develop that.
Nah, that's some mad years.
Because
I ain't gonna.
LeBron
I hate that about Braun.
Because
Bro,
LeBron
Braun
had to
used
get
to
into
wet the
that mindset.
bed.
Yeah, he did. I ain't gonna lie, he did.
He had to get
And
into that
people love to
mindset.
bring up the numbers and shit. Okay, let's bring up. Well, last thing before we get back to the people who never play basketball talking about basketball, because that's real. You know what I'm saying? 2011 NBA Finals.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the record of the fuck the series record. Fuck 4-2. Just watch the game. Watch the game. Watch Braun's tendencies and watch how he moves.
I agree there 100%.
It is crazy.
It looked like he was frozen. Like,
I'd be damned if Kobe do some shit like that. And Kobe got swept by that same team.
100%.
I agree.
And it was night and day, bro.
I give you that.
Kobe got swept by that same team. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that Mavericks team is fucking crazy. Dirk was on some shit. Shout out Greg. You don't like Dirk. But
Shout out Greg.
man, but anywho, man, back
Where
to
was
this.
Dirk on that?
I'm gonna be honest.
Facts.
I don't remember
Where
all the
was
names.
Dirk on that?
I don't remember all the names.
You want to talk
Facts.
about Steve Nash? Let's talk about Dirk Nowitzki.
Mm-hmm. Let him know, right?
Who's stopping Dirk Nowitzki? In today's game, in yesterday's game, in the first ever basketball game, you are not stopping Dirk Nowitzki, not Wilt Chamberlain, not Bill Russell. He'd have had them boys looking foolish. Okay, where was Joker on that list? Where was Joker on that list? There's some
Joker was like third or fourth.
Get the fuck
on that offensive list behind Jordan.
Yeah,
over Kobe, Joker. I mean, listen,
what's going on?
Listen.
I remember that though.
It seems to me that Steve Nash is a soccer player, so that's where his soccer bias comes from. All right, Edgar. I hope you see this, right?
Edgar.
And Joker is European from Serbia. I'm sure he has some soccer roots too somewhere that you feel that way. Hey, listen, to each their own. My brother, watch more basketball before you give opinions. Actually understand the game, right? Let me see your jump shot. Actually, do a video of shooting the ball. I bet you shoot the ball with two hands in front of your face, fucking Joakim Noah style. Like, I don't know. You just give that vibe. That's your aura. You have no basketball aura. You look like you take your flannel off and play soccer in jeans. I don't know. That's just my opinion, just based off look. So maybe I'm wrong. You know, I got a torn ACL right now, so I wouldn't challenge you to a 1v1, but I would definitely love to. I think my son, my 14-year-old.
Nah, don't worry. I got it.
I think my 14-year-old son get it. Where I know Rye will bust your ass for sure. I got.
But it was like, but my thing is this, bro. Oh, before I forget, you know how I was saying it was him and his boy talking on the live, and then his boy asked me how old I was.
Yeah.
Because it didn't sound like I knew what I was talking about. Mind you, I was breaking down the ways Kevin Durant could score. Asked me that, and then when I left, he said, "Yeah, dude said a whole lot of nothing." Well, it turns out he's 19.
Oh God.
This is what the fuck he look like.
Oh my God.
So
bro, what's up, though?
But it was the entitlement. It was the entitlement that was pissing me off because you could look like that, bro. You could look like that and make those takes, and we could debate, and it's all good and cool. You wrong, whatever.
You could be completely correct. You can't have those opinions looking like that in my eyes. Fuck that. It's called the truth. No.
Nah, yeah. Let's be honest.
Bro, we talking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We talking Pokemon cards all day. Go ahead. You got it. Whatever you say, I'm here. And like,
let's show the Pokemon though.
You're not about to try and enlighten me about basketball when, brother, you look like
it was just
had double rim. Like, I don't know. Like, bro, you're just not gonna talk to me basketball. You probably never made a freshman team or a JV team or a varsity team. Like, come on, bro.
It was just the entitlement, bro. Like the way they was acting, talking to these people in the chat. So it's like, and I know people who don't play basketball and talk basketball, but it's too. For me, y'all could agree or disagree. Y'all can let me know. For me, I'm gonna hear you, and you may know what you're talking about, but I feel like at a certain point, you don't have the right to talk.
I agree.
Because there's a difference from watching the game and playing the game, obviously.
Being in that position.
Until you're on that court and seeing this and moving at that pace. Bro, I played in college. Fastest shit I've ever. This shit.
I swear to
bro,
God.
I went from. It made high school look so fucking slow. And I just see people like critiquing, like, you know, these analysts and all that shit talking mad shit about people in the NBA and college. But it's like, bro, until you there to process and the skill is in front of you in real time and you got to deal with all that shit. And you going through sets, you going through the motions, you going 2-3 practices a day, you learning the fundamentals, you watching film, you doing all that. I don't want to hear shit. At a certain point. And we breaking down the game, shut the fuck up. Same thing with me. If a person who's done it at a higher level than me, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Because I'm gonna defer to you for your basketball knowledge because you've been in places I haven't been. So all this stat shit is cool to an extent. Because then when we start breaking down the game, and I tell you why, Kobe Bryant is a better scorer than LeBron, and I break down the ways and the footwork and the tween here, the shoulder here, the pivot here, doing all this shit. You gonna bring up the nigga field goal percentage? That's not. You gotta shut the fuck up. Now, how do y'all feel about that?
So
no.
Can I jump in on this one real quick?
No, yeah, go ahead.
So I would say for that kid, or for anybody that feels like Kobe is not a better scorer than, go watch the game, the YouTube series, or wherever it's at, Detail with Kobe Bryant. Okay, watch that man break down a basketball game. That man's IQ on basketball was insane, right? The dude, amazing. Now, for your take on people that didn't play, like, I never played on a higher level because of, school reasons. I just was one of those kids. I was too cool in school. Always had basketball aspiration. I watched my brother go play pro in Puerto Rico, and I grew up in the basketball realm. But again, I wanted to be cool. I didn't care much about grades. I didn't think they mattered, and then I ended up playing. But I always stood around it, right? Part of the reason why I started tattooing was because I wanted to be around athletes and musicians and artists, and honestly, I had to have a talk with myself and say, like, what do they all like in common? And it was tattoos, and I'm an artist, and I've always been an artist, and I honed in on my art, and I used it. But again, I'm in the room with guys that are at the highest level that you could possibly be at, and I'm able to talk basketball with them, and my opinions are very valid with them, and we have great debates, and they're not rolling their eyes. They're professionals, and they live it. They are actually playing against these guys, real life, their day job, and we are able to have a conversation where my opinion is respected. So that's why I feel like, cool, as a person that hasn't played, I think I could speak on it because I watch it so much and I'm so obsessed with it. I use the word obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed with the game of basketball to a T, to where I want to know everything. I want to know why you made that move. I want to know why this person is standing there. I want to know everything. And I'm that type of person. When I obsess on something, I'm going to learn it because I'm that obsessed with it. I taught myself how to tattoo on YouTube.
Oh, but that's to my point. That's
Even
to
though
my
I
point, because
at a high level is what I'm saying.
You ask, so you're having these conversations, right, with people who played at that level.
And I'm very
coachable. What do you do? You're being taught. You're instead of just yapping away, you're intaking and you're listening to my point. You're taking in this knowledge for people who did it at a level you weren't able to do it at. So, and the same thing goes. So when people who haven't done it are just entitled to this, and this, and this is the way it is because this, and that stat says this, it's not a conversation, and then just what I say is law because the stats say this.
Yeah,
I can't respect those people.
So when I talk to these guys and I have these conversations about basketball, I don't give my opinion and yo, this is what I stand on, and listen, is my opinion, is facts, like you're saying. I kind of state my opinion in a way where they can rebuttal it with knowledge, because I want the knowledge. You're closer than me, so I'm gonna ask a question. Like, I'm gonna tell you an answer in a way that I'm kind of asking the question at the same time. Whereas I'm not sure about it, but like, yo, this is how I look at it. Am I right? Yo, when you doing this, yo, when you playing with Kyrie and he does it, and they'd be like, oh, like you picked up on that? Yeah, I picked up on that, but I didn't know if I was bugging or not because I've never spoken to Kyrie, but you speak to Kyrie. So if I ask you and you tell me that, yeah, that's kind of how he looks at it. I'm like, oh shit, like I just validated my opinion by being open to receive knowledge. I didn't just say, yo, listen, nigga, this is what Kyrie doing. He gonna look at me like, bro, I see the nigga every day. Like, how you gonna tell me what he does? You know what I'm saying? So again, I ask questions where
Right.
I statements willing to receive information back, where I'm okay with being wrong because this person's has the credibility to say what he wants to say and say what he has to say, and I'm all ears.
Mhm.
But there's some people, like you
Yeah.
said, that listen, this is my opinion, and a lot of people do that shit to get responses, to get people to jump on the live. Because if they were talking facts, nobody's gonna be in their chat talking about facts, 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 facts. So you kind of got to stir the pot and make outlandish takes in order to get people to kind of chime in, because if not, it'd be boring. And that's the only thing I could kind of attest it to these kids, because if they do know anything about basketball, they know that their takes are terrible. But you need terrible takes in order to get reactions. Because look, they got us talking about it. They got you to join their live. They got a bunch of other people to join their live. And when you look at the numbers, since they're numbers guys, their live looked popping. But they were talking a whole lot of nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
I genuinely, deep down inside, I genuinely feel like he believed what the fuck he was
trust
saying.
me. I know he believe. He think he
'Cause
got it.
He was standing on that hole, and there
I'm
was
knowing.
just stats on.
Hey,
But
listen,
yeah, Chris, how
a
you
good debate.
feel?
You know what
Man?
channel?
Yeah,
I
just
know
to like.
you need to send me his act, because when I need a good debate, I know where to go. When I need to go make somebody look,
But not
stupid,
even not
I
to
know
be
where to
too
go.
not to be like too much on it. Just like when people say like I'm not even gonna use Bron, like just in clutch moments, like bro, I've been there. Like I've played Westchester College, I played college basketball. Like if there's 3 seconds on the clock, nigga, I'm nervous. I ain't gonna lie. Like in that mode, like bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm an airball. Like so, I don't understand when people, like you said, quote unquote, never hoop. Man, bro, 20% in the club. Like, bro, nigga, the nigga's like, it's crunch time, bro. Like,
it's different, bro.
it's different when you in it, bro. It's different. People don't
when you
understand that though. Like, but nah, bro, 15% from the free throw line. Yesterday, what? Like, what are we talking about?
His last 8 games, his true percent shooting was negative 46.1. That means Steph Curry's the greatest point guard ever. I'm like,
I don't want to be on here names,
cool off that,
you know. But just like when there's certain people who out there and talk about, you know, street shit and they ain't never been in the street, it's easy to be like, yo, go slide on your ops, but they ain't never slid on an op before, so they don't know what it feels like. They don't know why they can't go slide on op, because when you just sitting behind your computer, it's easy to say, yo, go shoot that nigga back. He just slid on your mans. But now you don't know about what he got going on, or why he can't do it, or the hood politics, or yo, listen, this nigga got the drop on my mom, and I can't really go slide on him right now. But you know what I'm saying? And I don't gotta explain that on live, but I'm using it as like a parallel, because that's what happens too. A lot of people who haven't done something before are quick to tell you how to go do something that they've never done before. Right? Because it sounds so easy, because other people make it look so easy. So they're like, oh, it must be easy because this person does it. No, just because somebody makes it look easy don't mean it's easy. You know what I'm saying? So I say that I look at him like one of those. Like you probably are the type to go tell Dirk to slide on Vaughn, like a slide for Vaughn. You feel me? And then not be there to support his family or nothing for him. Not even bump his music. You just want to see him slide because you just want to see him slide because you think it's easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
A game. Like.
That's real life shit.
Facts, and it makes me appreciate when shit like this happens. It makes me appreciate what the players do even more, because I understand that what they're doing is, you gotta think about it, there's only 450 players in the NBA,
mm-hmm.
and to do it at that level in front of hundreds of thousands of people,
amazing.
You know how the hours, the time you gotta put in, and take the same shot 500 times. Like, it's so that adds to my point about KD. Like, bro, he makes scoring look so easy. So for him to be 12 because the Suns offensive, man, fuck you. How about, man, I ain't trying to with all due disrespect, like man, come on, bro. You can't. And then but you have that take, and then you being ignorant about it. You being mean.
Facts.
You being the jerk. You being the asshole.
You're
So
not even
like,
trying to hear nobody out. Like,
Yeah, and
nah, you rolling your eyes.
how minuscule did Nash look when he paired up with Kobe? Let's talk about it. Was he a better offensive player than Kobe when he paired with Kobe? It wasn't that many years later.
You know what they going. You know what they gonna say.
He
When
was
he was
older.
old, he was
He was
40.
older. Listen, and Braun's 40, and you got him number 1. So let's talk about how old he was. Let's
facts.
talk about how
And
old he was.
KD's
But
what,
you don't want to talk
37?
about that.
Speaking of that, yeah, no, don't even look at it. I'm tired of that. KD 37. Bitch, go guard a 37-year-old then. Go guard him. See what gonna happen.
Oh,
Go guard him.
Arenas,
go guard that
Oh, he's
37-year-old.
Gilbert
He's
Arenas'
36.
son was just
I don't
on
care
the
how old he is.
podcast talking about having to guard KD right before school started. I don't know if y'all seen the clips on it, but Elijah Arenas,
No.
who's projected to be a very, very good basketball player, okay, had to go guard KD in ones with Naz Reid and Moses Moody, right? And again, people sleep on Moses Moody. You think, oh, that's Moses Moody from the Golden State. Who? That's the type of kid that I'd be like, yo, what you know about Moses Moody? Who? Oh, who? That nigga is a dog. Nigga's a dog. Go guard him. Go try to guard. He's a
You
dog.
tell him, bro.
Go
Ain't he
guard
from
Nas
Arkansas?
Reed. He's a dog. Elijah Arenas. You got
I like Nas.
him
I
talk
like
about,
Nas.
but these are dogs. They're in the NBA for a reason. Listen, y'all niggas can't even keep up with my man Chris Livingston, and he was drafted last in his draft class. And I promise you, y'all niggas can't even step on the court with him. The kid is 6'8", 250, big ass. Bro, he's not no little kid. Grown ass men.
Yeah, I just wanted to be clear. The last player on the bench
Will violate.
will violate
100%.
anyone.
Listen,
Anybody.
basketball, the NBA is politics. It is politics just like everything else. Okay? And if you are not the guy, you don't get the shine that you deserve. And that goes back to what I said about SGA. SGA would have stood in with the Clippers. He wouldn't have got the shine that he deserved. And y'all would have been like, SGA who? The Canadian who?
Facts, I agree. I know.
But now he's in a system where he can do his thing, and he flourished. Thank God. Thank God. Do you think Luka Doncic would have been Luka Doncic on the Atlanta Hawks had they not traded him for Trae Young? Absolutely not. I don't think so. Because it wouldn't have been the right situation for him. Listen, these are human beings. They got to live in their cities, okay? Their families got to grow up in these cities. That matters. Where they play matters. If you think about it, the teams that aren't really that good right now aren't the best cities. That's point blank, period. Right? Cleveland, that's a great. Donovan Mitchell came back. That was amazing. Right? But look, Detroit. They all got to rebuild because nobody really wants to be here. No, shout out to Detroit. But no, listen, I speak to these enough guys to know, don't nobody like being cold. Straight up. Send me to a warm. That's why Miami always has a solid team. That's why Atlanta always has a solid team.
Yeah, let them know, man.
Nah, fuck Miami.
Look at Rod. Look at Rod. Yeah.
Miami wax for fuck him.
We can never not give Miami their props for being always in the hunt, no matter what their team looks like. That Heat culture is real. That Heat culture
is real, nigga.
Real. You cannot give me
Chris, you live in New York, like,
bro.
So what that mean? I can't rock with my
basketball fan. I could give this take as a basketball fan supposed to hate the Heat, but I tell you right now, culture-wise, do you know where their G League is at?
Yeah.
Do you know where their G League is at?
Wait, don't tell me. Hold on. Wait.
Isn't it Sioux Falls?
It's with Dwayne Wade and them.
Sioux Falls, North Dakota, South Dakota, whatever.
I thought it was Utah.
Frozen tundra before you can come to beautiful South Beach, Miami. You don't think that's purposeful?
Nah, yeah, that's I thought it was Utah. I don't know why.
Beautiful, bro, you want to make it to beautiful South Beach where it's 80 degrees in December? You better ball the fuck out. Or you're going to be in that frozen tundra.
That team is locked.
And that team is locked, but it gives you something to play for. That's how detailed these motherfuckers are.
You know where it starts, though?
In the head office with fucking... It starts with
Pat Riley.
With Pat Riley, that old nigga.
Pat fucking Riley. Hey, but those are basketball dudes. Those are basketball heads. Like, this shit, eat, sleep, shit, basketball. These dudes are basketball heads. They don't care about how famous you are. They don't care if you're LeBron James, because Pat Riley didn't give a fuck if he was LeBron James. Like, you could go back to Cleveland. Go ahead.
Let that nigga go.
It's gonna be good. See you in the finals, my man, and they did. LeBron got it. Hey, listen, shout out to LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan. But it wasn't going to stop nothing. Look at Jimmy in Philly versus Jimmy in Miami. Heat culture,
yeah,
that is
facts.
real. That is a real fucking thing. If you are a basketball fan and you don't respect the Heat culture, bro, you are not a basketball fan because that is real life shit. Like that is real life
I
shit.
agree.
I appreciate Matt, man. Thank you, man. Shout out Matt, man. Shout out Matt,
Nah,
man.
no.
Shout out Matt.
No, don't get it fucked up. I respect them. Well, fuck them niggas.
Wow.
Bro, as a kid growing up, hey, look, Matt, you don't know. Well, I know you know. As a kid, Derrick Rose.
Shout out to D
Who
Rose.
was in Derrick Rose's way?
I used to hate him too, and I appreciate the shit out of him now.
Yo, Miami was the roadblock. If it wasn't for Miami, D Rose goes to the finals.
100%.
LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh just kept beating them and beating them, and it was painful. Fuck that super team and fuck Jimmy Butler. Shout out to Heat though.
Hey, let's not go into super team.
What Jimmy do?
They did not look. The Miami Heat did not start the super team shit. The Boston Celtics
No.
team shit. So if we gonna say fuck the super team,
I think it'll go further. I think it'll go further. We can talk about the Lakers.
I wouldn't say so much a super team yet, because it was really Kobe and Shaq. There was not really a third player that was like.
Man, just the name alone. You talking about the second at the time? I think at the time he was second, right? All time at the time.
Who?
Karl Malone.
Yeah.
You bring in the second greatest scorer number wise.
Yeah.
And you bring in the glove. I'm like,
Yeah.
On paper, that's nasty.
That is. But I don't think they had Shaq anymore. They didn't have Shaq at that moment. They didn't have Shaq no more because Shaq played with Gary Payton.
No, they did. No. When they lost to Detroit, they had all of them.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
I was like, yo, on paper, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
100%.
So to me, it's kind of like, but to be fair though, the player super team was probably Boston or Miami. I don't know the logistics.
Oh yeah, that's when the game changed. That's when it became kind of pay to play per se. That's where it became.
The Lakers was more like up top management shit, like.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like the Golden State Warriors now. Like their front office is immaculate. That front office is ridiculous. They're gonna get shit done. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of teams out there that play, and you can see why they're not as good as they should be. But there's a lot of those teams out there that say like that they just play around in that front office shit, or nobody wants to go to that city, or whatever reason it may be. You know, at the end of the day, this is a business, and who you want to do business with, you want to do business with the best in the business. Everybody wants to do business with the best in the business. If you're not the best in the business, I don't want to do business with you. You know, this is a business-oriented world. We buy iPhones because it's the best phone, but if you tell somebody with an Android, I think Android's trash, but somebody with Android can say Android's the best phone. It is what it is, right? But
fucking Drake.
I want the best, and I'm gonna go get an Apple. I'm Team Apple because I want the best. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing for these basketball players. You know what I'm saying? I want the best. I want the best situation, the best opportunity to win. You know, the best opportunity for my kids. Listen, I got to raise a family here. I'm not trying to raise a family in some of these cities that y'all want us to go to. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it that a lot of people don't see behind the scenes that, you know, it gets pretty crazy. That definitely somebody who's never even played the game should really do their research before they talk. I don't want to tell somebody what they can and can't talk about, but do your research first.
Facts.
Right.
Do your homework. Like my man for Chirac. Do your homework.
Yeah, I did kind of say to those people who are very entitled on their opinion and don't have the inside knowledge because they don't have those resources or they just never did it themselves.
Just don't have the urge to.
I said they need to shut the fuck up.
Agreed. Would love to have them up,
I still stand on that.
Nah, I stand on that.
You should reach out, Bri. Yo, reach out. Had them join so we can roast them on our platform and give them all the eye rolls and the face palm.
Yeah, bro, it was bad, bro. I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but as I'm talking, I look down at my phone and do like this.
Yo, off camera, send me their. I want to watch their lives and I want to chime in a couple times, and I'm I'm gonna invite them niggas onto this show just so it's like when you throw back in the gladiator times, you throw a man in the pit with the lion so the lion can tear his ass
Just
up.
let them fight.
We
Let
gonna
them,
be
yeah.
we gonna be the lions, and they gonna be stepping into our arena. We gonna tear their asses up. They don't even know what they walking into.
I don't think they would even.
And
I
I'm
don't think
gonna
they
have
would
a
even
fake
pull up.
ass
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
list. I'm gonna have a fake ass greatest soccer players of all time list ready for them. See if they know about it.
No, Messi's crazy.
Thiago Silva over fucking Lionel Messi, nigga, fight me. Hawk over fucking
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Shout out Speed. He'll fight me over that. But yeah, what else we got on the board? What else we got on the agenda besides fucking Edgar and Diego?
I mean, shit. I mean, we pretty much we covered it just through conversation.
Facts.
I think this was perfect. I think this is a great start to what we're building, and there's only more to come.
Wait. Can I throw one more thing in?
Absolutely.
Katie to Miami.
I'm ending this bitch. All right, y'all. You
What's
know what
up?
I'm saying?
We not Katie.
Why?
Not Jimmy trade? Nah.
Nah.
What?
Nah. I think Jimmy's going
Why?
to Houston.
This wraps up our episode of The Truth. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Damn,
Make sure y'all
Jimmy
check
Dirty.
us out
Thank you.
on all of our socials. They'll be listed in the description, if not already on the screen. And yeah, man, anything you want to say, Chris, before we both get kicked?
Fuck Edgar.
Wow.
I'm talking about the dude that was violent.
No, I know. But
Oh.
man chose violence for his last words. Like, boy, crazy.